In this episode of Fictional Hangover, we talk about not being scholarly, being Legion Light, mist, vomiting corpses, and then the screaming starts in our discussion of Two Dark Reigns by Kendare Blake.
So much screaming.
Yay! And everyone gets to watch this one. Yay!
Oh, damn, I forgot about that.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Fictional Hangover, a podcast about books that is full of spoilers. Every week we discuss a different book in way too much juicy detail, and I said discuss. I'm Amanda.
And I'm Claire. And today we're going to discuss Two Dark Reigns by Kendare Blake.
Good start. Good start.
We're professionals.
We are. Standard disclaimer. If you haven't read this book, please remember that Fictional Hangover is all about spoilers. If you haven't read or listened and don't want to be spoiled, stop listening to us and go read or listen to the book, then come back. If you haven't done this but want to pretend that you have, or if you don't care about spoilers, or if you just like the show so much that you don't care about any of that, then listen up.
Yay.
As we discuss it. Discuss.
I'm sort of disgusted in us right now. Right, this is going to be a long one, so let's settle in.
Just
grab
get
a
in.
snack, nice beverage.
Yes.
Get cozy, and let's get some background info.
All right, let's do. I found this interview on lilbooklovers.blogspot.com. Kendare is asked, did you, or your characters, ever surprise yourself as you progressed through the series? Would you consider yourself to be a plotter or a pantser? And Kendare's response is, my characters constantly surprise me. Elizabeth surprised me by turning a walk-on role into a recurring supporting one. Peter surprised me by chucking cat down that hole. Natalia surprised me by dying. Arsena surprises me about every 5 minutes. It's not uncommon for me to have no idea what they're doing, or for me to actually say out loud, what are you doing? So I'm firmly a pantser. Chucking cat down that hole. It's my favorite.
He does a full Sparta in my opinion. He's like, boots are in.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
Doppler effect.
Yes. I don't know that I have initial thoughts with this one. I just love all of them so much.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it definitely can't be read by itself, and it is firmly embedded in being a series.
Yes.
I enjoyed this one. It was different.
Mm-hmm.
It was very different from what we've had, which is good, and it's always a struggle when you're reading a series for them to be different and not just the same story told slightly differently or whatever. But no, this progressed the storyline nicely, the character development nicely.
Yeah.
Sets it up for the next one very nicely, wraps a couple of other things, asks a few questions.
Mm-hmm. So
it was a good one. It was good. This
series actually started out as a duology, and then there were the other two. So I read somewhere in a different interview that the first two tell a story of the Ascension year and becoming a queen,
yes.
And then the second two are what happens when you are queen. So that's why they have that good different feel, because they're two different parts.
Yeah, and I think it works that way. It makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Well done, Kendare. Well done.
Yeah, I know. So good. So good. Okay. Let's dig in. 400 years ago is where we're going to start this one.
Wow. Yeah, definitely settle in.
Yeah, that was when we talked about it the first time in the before times, was 400 years ago.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. 400 years ago, War Queen Philemon births her triplets. It's not an easy birth, and she will surely die from it, but she welcomes the pain. Leonine, a naturalist, Isadora, an oracle, and Roxanne, an elemental, are born. And then there's another pain. and another baby. A fourth queen, a blue queen. Ilian, an elemental, is born. Messengers are sent out to all the houses, and the most powerful of each comes to the Black Cottage. The High Priestess claims the baby instead of the elemental Westwood family, and the others are culled, as is the way with a blue queen. The naturalist is left out in the woods. The oracle is drowned. The firstborn elemental is set out on a raft into the sea. And the fourth queen rules. Would you rather?
Would you rather? I'll be so... I get it's the culture, it's the religion, it's what happens. Okay, I get that.
Yeah.
You are killing babies, though. Helpless babies. Yeah. And also, I'd be pissed. I've carried these children for 9 months. I've created the life. Yeah. I've gone through an horrendous birth, and you're literally chucking them in the sea.
Yeah.
I'd be so pissed off.
Well, you had 4 of them. It's your fault.
No! Excuse me. Didn't get to choose that one. Anyway. In the Villeroy, Katrine sits for a painting. Peter joins her, and Genevieve shortly thereafter. Peter has come to get Katrine's signature for the 6 ships that we sent to the mainland for Nicholas Martel's family. He was king consort for such a short time before he had a horse riding accident that threw him into a ravine. Wah, wah. If anyone but Peter and Genevieve knew what actually happened to him, that Katrine's poisonous body killed him during consummation, there would be serious amounts of trouble. But no one knows, so everything's going to be fine. Peter assures her, it's fine. She will be queen for 30 or 40 years and will rule well, but will it be her ruling or one of the other dead queens inside her?
Who can say? She's got her own Black Council shoved up inside her.
Ooh, that's going to be uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Some elbows and knees in places you don't want them.
Yeah. At the actual, on the outside, Black Council meeting, a short time later, High Priestess Luca arrives. Before Natalia, former head of the council, and Katarine's mother, for all intents and purposes, was murdered, she promised Luca 3 spots on the council if Katarine became queen. Luca tells the council, mostly poisoners, that she has elected to take 1 seat herself, which hasn't been done in generations. Her other 2 choices are Priestess Ro Murtra, who was war-gifted before becoming a priestess, and is still war-gifted. Sorry.
Terrible cough you've got there.
And Elemental Bree Westwood, Queen Mirabella's best friend. Yay,
That's not
Bree!
gonna be awkward.
No, it's fine. War-gifted Margaret Boleyn and poisoners Lucian Marlowe and Allegra Aaron are relieved of their duties. Margaret is not happy about Katarine's choices, but a knife thrown at her and threats not to miss next time force her from the room. Get out!
You horrible. In Bastion City, Jules spends most of her time sparring with Amelia Vatros. She complains that she's never trained on her war gift, but Amelia counters that she never uses her naturalist gift either. Their sparring match ends with a surprise cougar attack by Camden. Surprise! Amelia brings up the fact that Jules' war gift would be much stronger if Madrigal didn't bind it with law magic, but Jules is sure that she'd have gone mad with her Legion curse if it wasn't bound. Would she, though, or is that just what the Temple wants everyone to believe? Propaganda. They don't want anyone to be as powerful as Jules is now. Curious.
They travel into town to hear a bard sing at a tavern, everyone greeting Amelia as she's the daughter of the most powerful war-gifted family, while Jules keeps herself hidden under a cloak. No one can send word back to the Volroy that Jules is alive and in Fenburn if everybody believes she was lost at sea in the mist with Arsinoe, Billy, Madrigal, and poor dead Joseph. Wah, wah.
Whatevs, dude.
The bard is no ordinary bard, though. She is Mathilde, an oracle from Sunpool, and she tells Jules that she was once a queen, and she may be queen again. What does that mean?
Hi, cryptic messages. Love
Hey.
them. Love them. Keep it
Hey,
up. Meanwhile, on the mainland, Arsinoe, Mirabella, and Billy are at a racetrack betting on horses, enjoying a beautiful day. Arsinoe would rather be down there with the horses, Jules riding one, but that's not how things are done on the mainland. Women wear beautiful dresses and carry parasols. They don't wear pants and vests. Looking at you, Arsinoe. Mirabella seems to fit in more with this crowd as she's beautiful in her white frilly dress, but Arsinoe is basically wearing a grey shift, and with her scars on display, no one thinks she is lovely. Well, Billy does.
no, Billy. They head back to Billy's family home and see a gaggle of girls waiting to greet him. Arsinoe can't handle another day of sipping tea and being judged. So Mirabella clings herself to Billy to ward off any other suitors and sends Arsinoe to see Joseph. Sorry. Don't worry, everyone. He's not really alive. He's at the cemetery.
Under the ground.
Yes. Arsinoe sits by Joseph's grave, his newly completed headstone reading, "Friend to Queen and Cougars." She explains to him about not being as pretty as the girls in town, and he snarkily replies in her mind that she's not. You're not as pretty as anyone else. And I like that.
Yeah. Friends should be honest, especially if they're ghost friends.
Yeah. It seems that though Arsinoe now has her whole life in front of her, she's not really enjoying herself on the mainland. Women are basically just trinkets here, and Mirabella's elemental powers are waning, so surely her poisoner gift is too. It's not right. After complaining for a bit, Arsinoe falls asleep. She wakes, to who knows how long later, to see a woman dressed all in black, with black hair, standing behind Joseph's grave. Arsinoe demands to know who she is, but the only response she gets is a finger pointing back toward Finburn.
Ooh.
Love this scene. How cinematic is this scene?
Oh, I like a ghosty scene.
Yes.
Oh. At the Villeroy, Katrine wants to have a banquet to celebrate Luca, Bree, and Ro joining the Black Council, and wants Genevieve and Peter to get along, and they both look at her suspiciously. Don't be suspicious, don't be suspicious. Katrine later takes Luca on a tour around the capital, which could be considered a slight because it's been so long since the High Priestess lived in the city, but that's not how Katrine means it. As they ride near the water, they look out and can see the mist. Well, that's not normal. Luca says it's only the goddess keeping something out or keeping something in.
That's
Creepy,
not...
either way.
It's fine.
It's disquieting. It's disquieting.
Jules is still dwelling over what Mathilde said, but mostly because it's a bunch of half-truths and nonsense. She and Camden are joined by Amelia. Amelia thinks that Jules should be queen and says that a lot of the people on Finburn agree that Katarine is no true queen. The Ascension year didn't go the right way. The Quickening didn't go the right way. And she didn't kill either of her sisters. Everyone's tired of the poisoners being in power and being puppets of the Black Council. Amelia thinks it's the will of the goddess for everything to change. And they're gonna do it.
I don't disagree.
Yeah, it's not fair for Katarine to have two Black Councils, the one on the outside and the one on the inside that we have just created.
Yeah.
It's not fair.
Yeah, I agree. That's not fair. But I also, I can't even. She did it. She shouldn't be queen.
No,
it wasn't done right.
She shouldn't be queen because her sisters are still alive. I mean, and I guess we technically don't know that. She doesn't know it, but still.
No, exactly. But I mean, when she was crowned, she shouldn't have been queen. They were still alive.
Yeah.
It's dodgy either way.
Yeah.
As they impatiently wait for Arsinoe to return, Billy's mother discusses sending Arsinoe away to the country estate while Billy goes to university and finds a profitable wife that is decidedly not Arsinoe. Burn. Mirabella asks Billy later if he has mentioned any of this to her sister, and he hasn't. I shouted at this point, "Coward!" as I was listening to it. He wishes that his father would come home, but knows that when he comes home to see both Mirabella and Arsinoe, it's not going to be pretty.
Good thing he's dead!
Billy! It's news!
Oh!
That conversation's not going to happen!
Oh!
Billy promises to tell Arsinoe that he has to get an education in order for them to have anything close to a life.
Arsinoe finally returns from Joseph's grave, and she has brought a dirty, scruffy dog with her that she found.
Because of course she has.
Because of course she has. None of this is going to go over well with Billy's mother and sister, but Arsinoe wants to give them the dog as a peace offering, as one does. Here I found this mangy-ass dog. It's for you.
Basic cleaning instructions included.
Arsinoe is shivering and drenched, but insists nothing is wrong as they give the dog a bath and take him up to their room. Mirabella knows something is wrong, can feel it in the air, but Arsinoe won't budge.
I find it very interesting how well Mirabella knows Arsinoe, considering they were raised predominantly separately.
Yeah.
It feels like there's something else there. I mean, there's obviously that sisterly connection.
Right.
But I don't know. And I'm not saying it's like mystical or magical or anything, but Mirabella's certainly got a certain...
I'm
something in connection with people.
I'm going to say that because Arsinoe was raised as a naturalist, it like all of this was ingrained in her, and she's still basically the same.
Yeah.
She's still 12 on the inside.
Oh, she's massively stubborn as well.
Yes.
No, and she's a very stubborn person who won't not change her personality for anybody. Anywho, Arsinoe has a dream that night, and it's the same dream she had when she fell asleep at Joseph's grave. She is inside the body of a foundling called Daphne, a long time ago in the country of Centra. The family Daphne is staying with has just found out that their son Henry, who Daphne seems to love, is being sent to Fenburn as a suitor, and their friend Richard is going with him. Daphne wants to go too, but Henry's lady mother won't allow it. She doesn't know that Daphne has chopped off her hair and has been gallivanting around with the boys, pretending to be a boy herself, and can protect Henry just as well as Richard can. As the dream comes to an end, Daphne looks at herself in a mirror, and Arsinoe can see, even under the wig Daphne is wearing to disguise her short hair, that she isn't just a regular foundling. She's a foundling queen, with hair and eyes as black as her own.
Ooh.
What can this mean?
Bree Westwood arrives in the capital and meets with High Priestess Luca before going to the Volroy and the council. Luca wanting to make amends for working with the poisoners to execute Mirabella. You're going to have to work pretty hard there, Luca, for that one.
Oof.
Bree only agrees to her spot on the Black Council because she can mess stuff up for Katarine, and she can sway Luca to keep Elizabeth with her and get her familiar back after she gave it up to become a priestess. After this is settled, Bree tells Elizabeth, and she goes to the woods to find her woodpecker. Yay!
I like that one. Before going back to the Black Council meeting, Peter, naked with Katrine, questions if she still needs the dead queens that dwell within her and pop out at the most random moments with violent comments and or threats of murder.
I love the dead queens.
I like the style. I like the style. She quiets the queens, knowing that she would not be queen crowned without them. They go to the council meeting, and Katrine has lots of non-poison treats prepared for the new members. Bree arrives fashionably late to Katrine's annoyance, but then they begin their meeting. Everyone wants evidence of Mirabella, Arsinoe, Joseph, Billy, Jules and Camden's deaths, so Katrine plans to send ships out in search of proof.
Amelia takes Jules to what amounts to an underground club for dinner a few days after Mathilde's prophecy, and the barkeep throws a kitchen knife at Jules and she explodes with anger when the knife scratches Camden.
Hoo-hoo-hoo.
No.
Don't hurt the kitty cat.
No. This is all a ruse. Everyone at the club is secretly in support of Jules becoming queen, and Amelia wanted her to prove to them that she is Legion cursed. Well, she's done that. But that does not mean that she's going to be queen, nor does Mathilde's prophecy. Everyone in the bar seems to disagree, and they're all against the poisoners and Katarine. They will rise up together and take the crown.
Oh. Katarine sees to the welcome banquet and invites all the townsfolk to attend, but before long people start screaming and panicking.
And then the screaming starts.
Then the screaming starts. The mist has come to shore. It never, ever has done that before. That's terrifying. Katrine summons the dead queens inside her and goes to investigate, finding bodies washed up on the beach. Some look new, some look long dead. Some are shark-bitten, some have their heads bashed in. Katrine questions who these people are and finds out they are the ones who just left in search of Arsinoe, Mirabella and the others. She hears the townsfolk murmuring and whispering and can only make out one word. Undead. Nice.
Arsinoe is talking in her sleep, and Mirabella listens in, at first thinking she's having a dream about Billy.
Oh, don't listen into that.
When Arsinoe jolts awake, Mirabella convinces her to tell her everything. Arsinoe describes being Daphne, a lost queen, going with her friend Henry to Fenburn to help him become king consort. Mirabella knows of Henry. He was the Blue Queen Ilian's king consort from Centra. Arsinoe reveals that Daphne, who Mirabella has never heard of, is an elemental, though her powers have been suppressed from living in Centra for her entire life. Arsinoe then describes seeing the creepy queen when visiting Joseph's grave and draws the crown she was wearing. It's Ilian's. Good thing Mirabella learned so much when she was the chosen queen. She's got a lot of knowledge up there. Ilian was such a powerful elemental that she was the one who created the mist that keeps Fenburn shrouded from all the rest of the mainland. So why is she pointing Arsinoe back to Fenburn? She's not. She's directing the mist from there. Go on. Get up there. Vomit out all those corpses.
Mist vomiting corpses.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love it. I love it. High Priestess Luca and Genevieve come together to meet with Katrine, who is in the Rose Garden. The dead naturalist queens always make her feel calmest, though she is unable to wield their power, just like she is unable to use any other ability. She has influence, but no actual powers. Luca and Genevieve decide they are going to release the bodies of those killed by the mist back to their families. You know, the ones that got vomited up. Luca will use her High Priestess influence to suggest to all the worried townsfolk that the mist brought their loved ones home at Katrine's request. Wow, she is going to have to spin some hard propaganda for that one.
Now, look, you should really like this vomit, everyone. This is good vomit.
It's delicious.
She asked for it.
Yes, it's got peas and corn in it.
Yeah.
They are certain everyone will believe that message if it comes from the temple. You now have to push it hard. Katrine and the dead queens know that the mist isn't finished.
Oh, God.
She asks Genevieve to gather information for her about the Blue Queen Ilian.
Billy, his mother and sister, and Mirabella and Arsinoe are invited to a birthday party for the governor's daughter, a girl who is desperate for Billy and who his mother wants him to marry. Mirabella gets swept away by boys wanting to dance with her, and Billy takes Arsinoe away so they can be alone with each other. Something that doesn't happen much, even though they live in the same house. He discusses having to go away to school, which Arsinoe understands, and then they kiss, and she falls asleep and into Daphne.
Oh. Daphne is with Ilian, and it's time for the disembarking. Though Arsinoe knows Ilian ends up with Henry, who Daphne has already brought to meet the Queen, kind of like Billy arriving early and meeting and falling for Arsinoe before the disembarking. Unfortunately, another suitor catches Ilian's eye, Brandon, and he gives Arsinoe the icky, sleazy Nicholas Martel vibes. Billy shakes Arsinoe awake here, complaining that she said Henry in her sleep, and he is not okay with her dreaming of another boy. I do like the way he's so affronted at this point. It's like, just tell him the truth. Who's Henry? Mirabella joins them then, and she convinces Arsinoe to tell Billy the truth. She's dreaming through a 400-year-old lost queen's eyes. That's a very believable story. 100%.
Yes. You know what I like, though? Tell him the truth. And then she does.
Oh, it's like...
It's one of our favorite things. Communication.
Yes. We love communication.
Jules, Amelia, and Mathilde are in the secret pub when word of the mist vomiting the corpses of the searchers on the shores of Indrid Down makes its way to Bastion City. This is a sign, they say to Jules, of her prophecy. It is time for Jules to become queen. Clearly, the actual island and the mist are also against Katarine. It's time for someone else to rule. Margaret Boleyn arrives then, and Mathilde hides Jules away before she is seen by the Black Council member. Margaret approaches Amelia, but Amelia will have nothing to do with her. Margaret explains that she was dismissed from the council and has come home, but Amelia storms away, and Margaret leaves shortly thereafter. Mathilde explains to Jules that Margaret was Amelia's mother's blade woman, or war wife. When Jules has no clue what that means, Mathilde says they were lovers before Margaret left for the council. Jules then goes after Amelia, and Mathilde follows Margaret.
Jules finds Amelia in the temple, and Amelia explains a little more about Margaret. She was another mother to Amelia, and when she chose to leave and join the council, it broke her mother's heart. And then she got sick, and then she died. And Margaret didn't even come to her funeral. Amelia takes Margaret's return as another sign and tells Jules they must leave tonight to gather her army. Jules doesn't think she's capable of ruling and doesn't seem to want to do any of the stuff that Amelia and Mathilde want her to do, but Amelia convinces her that she will be leading, not ruling, and that people of Fenburn are ready for change. Plus, she's already sent the bards out singing Jules's praises, so better go. How very presumptuous.
At the Volroy, Katarine is picking curtains for her king consort's room, a tedious thing she could not care less about, especially since she accidentally murdered him when the artist who painted her portrait announces that it is finished. She and Peter look at it, and it looks just like her, except for the eyes. No dead queens are looking out. There are also bones and skulls hidden throughout. Peter suggests she just lean into the undead queen thing because it makes her memorable.
It's definitely a brand.
Just go with it. I mean, yeah, I would, for sure.
Yeah. I think it's cool.
Yeah.
Ultimate goth emo queen. Nice. On their way to the council meeting, where reports from the mist bodies are being discussed, you know, the ones that got vomited out, Katrine asks Bree to walk with her for a moment because she's never really had any friends. They see Elizabeth outside with a flock of birds around her, and then a sailor from Wolfspring arrives. He tells Katrine that the mist pulled someone off his boat. Why would it do that so far away? They go to the harbour to look at his boat, knowing nothing will come of it, and then the screaming starts.
The person pulled from the man's boat in Wolf Spring has just washed ashore, but that makes no sense.
Excuse me, he's just vomited to shore.
I'm sorry. The people turn on Katarine then, calling her the Cursed Queen. They form a mob and throw mud at her, her Queen's Guard quickly trying to disperse them. When one of the mob, a younger boy, rushes toward her with a club, Katarine pushes Peter aside to safety and quickly kills the boy, lifting his body high in the air with her knife in his throat, holding him there until his corpse stops twitching. The dead queens are pleased, but Katarine seems terrified of what she has just done in front of everyone.
Yeah, I think that's what we classify as a spectacle.
Yes.
You're going to have to spin some PR for that one. Billy and Mirabella meet in the kitchen in the middle of the night to discuss Arsinoe and her dreams, but neither of them are happy to talk about her when she's not there. I like that.
Yes.
See, they have communication and they have morals about talking about someone when they're not present.
Yes.
Refreshing. Mirabella tells Billy all about the Blue Queen Ilian and her king consort Henry. Surely Arsinoe just read about them and is remembering things, but they both know that is not true. Arsinoe is not a scholar.
No. Oh.
They hear a thudding overhead and rush up to find Arsinoe being attacked by a dark form. Mirabella's elemental powers surge back to her as she lights a candle, and both she and Billy see the form of the shadow of a queen. Arsinoe previously mentioned the fact that she can use law magic acting as a beacon for the queen and suggests Mirabella use it too, and now Mirabella agrees. She'd do anything to understand what's going on and anything to keep Arsinoe safe. Arsinoe wakes, none the wiser about what just happened to her. Ooh.
Ooh. The next day, Arsinoe is out on an errand. Billy's mother, none too pleased that she is unescorted, while Mirabella keeps drawing pictures of Queen Ilian at the table, again, displeasing Billy's mom. Mirabella and Billy will persist in talking about ghosts at the table, and his sister suggests that maybe the queen has unfinished business. That's why ghosts linger, after all. Billy's mother storms away, taking his sister with her, but she may have been onto something.
What, that you shouldn't talk about ghosts at the dinner table? I don't see what's the problem with that.
No, I think it's fine.
Yeah.
Also, you know, the unfinished business.
Oh, yeah, she probably meant that.
Yeah. Is she a ghost hunter?
Ghost bothering.
Yeah, pretty sure.
Yeah, definitely. Anyway, back in Finburn. Jules, Camden, Amelia and Mathilde set out on their quest to sing Jules' praises in all the little towns throughout Finburn. They decide to go towards Sunpool, the home of the oracles first, then to Rolanth and the elementals, and finally Wolfspring and the naturalists. They arrive at a small inn where they learn that Katrine killed a boy as a mob surrounded her after another body was vomited to shore by the mist. Clearly the tides are turning against Katrine. Wordplay. The folk in the inn listen to Mathilde sing, and some seem hesitant to think Jules, small as she is powerful enough to be the queen. One throws a hatchet at Amelia, and Amelia throws a knife right back. But Jules uses her war gift to push the blade away, saving the woman. And then she calls Camden, who rushes in and snarls at her side. She doesn't seem so small and weak anymore.
I love that every time they go, like, to any bar or any inn, there's always knives. They're always throwing knives.
Knives everywhere. Do you think they're ground knives?
They could be ground knives, and we learned our
lesson. We can't use them to eat, so we use them to throw.
We learned our lesson about ground knives.
We did.
Don't
use them to eat.
No. Arsinoe's errand was to go to a fortune teller for low magic supplies. The shop owner knows that Arsinoe is starting something important, but doesn't know how it will end, and gives her all the supplies she needs and charges only what Arsinoe has, which is not nearly enough. She then goes to meet Mirabella at Joseph's grave, and they begin using low magic. Mirabella lights the candles using her gift, and then Arsinoe cuts crescents into her arm and Mirabella's. Soon, Ilian appears to them, stepping from the shadows of a tree, pointing back toward Fenburn. She manages to get out the word, "Go!" before Mirabella snuffs out the flames, so Ilian cannot get stronger.
Katrine and most of her Black Council go to Rolanth for the Reaping Moon Festival. Not at all fleeing for Katrine's killing the boy in front of everyone.
For sure. It's definitely not what they're doing.
Definitely not. Things go smoothly at first with Bree, Elizabeth and Sarah helping to dress Katrine in her hotel room, but then Bree turns on Katrine, unable to trust her after she killed that boy. Fair. Katrine tells Bree she was afraid, but that's not what she saw in the Queen's face. Katrine quietly says she wasn't herself then. That's an understatement. But Bree is already gone. When the festival begins, Bree saunters up and sexily dances with Peter. Luca, thinking to make Katrine jealous or angry, but she laughs and spurs the dance on until Peter can no longer keep up. Bree bows her defeat to Katrine, and then the screaming starts.
The mist has made its way to Rolanth through the rivers and kills or sweeps away or absorbs everyone it touches. We just gotta prepare for the vomit later, so we gotta eat it all. We gotta eat it all right now.
You can't vomit if you haven't had something to eat.
I know, I'm worried about the mist. I think it's bulimic.
Oh no.
I know. We should really talk to it.
Yeah, need some help.
Some people were able to run away to the temple to safety, while Katarine and her entourage ran back to their hotel. Katarine screams her frustrations. She doesn't know what to do! She calls for an oracle, and then turns to Luca for help, though she thinks the high priestess will be pleased that her rule is going so poorly. She agrees that she would be pleased if it were going badly only for Katarine, but there's all those other people who are dying and keep being vomited back up.
Yeah.
And that's not okay. Luca says the temple has a lot of old texts about the mist, and the priestesses will begin researching. The mist has never acted in this way before, so they really have no clue what to do.
Jules, Amelia and Mathilde continue on their trek. The story of Mathilde grows greater at every stop. As Amelia and Jules spar by the water fire one night along the road, Mathilde has a vision about Madrigal, Jules' mother. They aren't too far away from the Black Cottage, so they head in that direction. When they arrive, Jules sees her aunt Akara first, and Kara is delighted, though concerned. They have heard the songs of the Legion Queen already, and Luke has been crying about it.
Poor Luke.
Jules tells her aunt about Joseph dying in Arsinoe, Mirabella and Billy making it to the mainland. Then they go to see Madrigal. She is about to give birth to Matthew's baby, but she knows that she is not going to survive it after she saw the fire back in the One Dog Throne with Arsinoe in the bent-over tree.
Oh.
Right.
Oh. Arsinoe has another Daphne dream like she does every night. She told Mirabella that she wants to use more low magic with her, but Mirabella thinks that she's just getting drawn deeper into the Shadow Queen's ploy to get them to go back to Fenburn. The dream this time is of Daphne learning from Richard that Henry is actually in love with her, not Ilian, which takes her a while to realize. Unfortunately, Brandon finds her and calls her a whore for wearing pants and dressing like a man.
Jerk.
Then he puts his hands on her. No. No. Arsinoe wants to fight the creep off, and Daphne does too, but she can't. Luckily, Richard arrives, and the painful confrontation stops. Arsinoe wishes she could have done something to stop him and screams in frustration. Then, in the dream, as Arsinoe swings her arms, Daphne does too.
Oh. Ho, ho, ho.
Woo.
Arsinoe is then in another dream, this one with the Shadow Queen Ilian trying and failing to get her to understand something. Arsinoe recognises the location of this dream. They are at the bent tree, so Ilian should be able to speak since they are back on Fenburn. She points to the mountain, Mount Horn, and Arsinoe sees Jules and Camden fighting against Katrine. When she wakes from this dream, she fears for Jules. She has also realised that Ilian, the Shadow Queen, the Blue Queen, isn't Ilian. No, it's Daphne. But why? She wants to go back to the island and she has to figure out a way to get there.
After fearing that the mist is attacking and vomiting because Katarine was not meant to be the one who won the crown, or maybe that the dead queens were not, and the goddess is upset by them, Katarine sends Peter to research how to dispel them. When she goes to the council meeting later, everyone is in a panic. There are rumors spreading that Julien Malone is gathering an army to rebel against Katarine. The rumors say that she is calling herself the Legion Queen, one with multiple gifts who will bring everyone together. if only anyone knew about Katarine's legion of queens inside her. She demands an oracle again, but learns that none will come because they are all on Jules' side. She needs to know what they're up against, and she needs to know if Jules is alive. Are Mirabella and Arsinoe too? Yes.
Yes, they are. At the Black Cottage, Madrigal is convinced she is dying. She tries to make amends with Cara and Jules, and they know she is prone to being dramatic, but they are also both afraid she's going to die. Amelia talks with her and Jules thinks it's to unbind her war gift, but she just genuinely likes her. Madrigal thinks maybe Amelia likes Jules too, and not just because she's her Legion Queen. Finally, it's time for the baby to be born, and Willa brings blades prepared to cut the baby out, which Madrigal would surely not survive. Cara locks the old midwife out of the room and forces Madrigal to birth the baby without the blades. The baby is named Fen, and he and Madrigal are fine. After checking on Braddock the bear, who was also fine, Jules, Amelia and Mathilde can finally depart.
Yay, Braddock!
Finally, an update on the bear. Oh!
Yay! Katarine is at Greavesdrake and calls Bree to visit her there. She asks Bree what Rolanth will think of the oracle she summoned, but Bree can't answer on behalf of everyone. She thinks it's a good idea for Katarine to know all she can about a potential rebellion, and thinks she should question the oracle in front of the council. Katarine agrees and sends Bree on her way. Genevieve and Peter arrive not long after Bree leaves, and they go to Natalia's study, clearly missing her quite a bit. They look for poisons they need at the Volroy, and Katarine suggests they find something to make the oracle tell the truth. As they search, Peter quietly tells Katarine he's found out some things about dispelling the dead queens, or really doing what amounts to an exorcism. But Katarine can't get rid of them yet, not with a rebellion on her hands. Come on, don't take all of my powers away.
I need my legion of undead queens, come on. Later, Katrine questions the oracle at the council meeting. She asks about Jules and the oracle cannot say it is her, but there is a Legion curse naturalist gathering people to her cause because some people think that the goddess has abandoned the line of queens. She tells them of the prophecy that Jules once was a queen, and maybe again, but she goes on to say that they may also be their doom. Before sending the oracle away for the time being, Katrine asks about the mist, but the oracle has nothing to say about that.
It's not appropriate to talk about vomit.
No. Ghosts, yes.
Yeah.
Vomit, no.
No. Later, Katarine takes a meal to the oracle and also brings a poison they found that will make the oracle tell the truth. But it will also make her hysterical, and it will also kill her.
Womp womp.
Katarine gets more information from her, that people want to overthrow her because they don't think she was supposed to be queen, and that Jules is not mad with her Legion curse because her mother bound her with her low magic. So, Katarine sends people off with a bounty on Madrigal's head. Before the oracle dies, like cackling terrifyingly, she screams that the Blue Queen Ilian has come. Katarine stays with the oracle as she dies.
I don't think she's being friendly.
I mean, she kind of was. She might have been her actual self at that time.
Arsinoe tries to sneakily pay for passage onto a ship that will take her back to Fenburn, but she is found by Mirabella and Billy before she can set sail. Arsinoe is not what we'd ever call subtle.
I just really I'm worried about Arsinoe because I don't want to say that she's kind of dumb.
She has no worldly experience.
That's it. She's
Billy
not a scholar.
She's not a scholar. Underline that. Billy pays the captain she found double, and they all leave together. Mirabella thinks it's a bad idea to return to the island, of course, but she can't let Arsinoe go alone. What if it's a trap? It's a trap. What if the Blue Queen is leading them back there to die? Because that's what's supposed to happen. Billy told his mother that he was going to find his father. Good luck with that. So she was pleased. He tells Arsinoe that after he finds his father, lol, and makes sure his family is okay, they will leave Fenburn and his hometown behind. There's so much wishful thinking. She wants to go to Centra, so that's what they plan to do.
At the Black Cottage, Mathilde starts a fire in hopes of having a vision while Amelia and Camden hunt, and Jules and Kara cook and have a talk. Madrigal is still gone, because she left. I don't know if we mentioned that. As soon as she had the baby, she left.
She was like, right, I'm out. Bye.
We trust her. We trust her to come back because she did not do exactly the same thing after Jules was born. It's fine. She's going to come back, everyone, for sure. And everything's going to be fine.
You're not convincing anybody.
Jules, Camden, Amelia, and Mathilde will be leaving soon. But Kara wants Jules to know something first. There was more to the prophecy the Oracle had when she was born. In addition to the once a queen and maybe again part, the Oracle also said that Jules will be the downfall of the island. That's what you want to hear. She says maybe that already happened because of her interference during the Ascension year. Yes, maybe so. Mathilde interrupts then. They've got to go to Sunpool right now. Katarine has Madrigal. Oh,
yeah,
I thought things were going so well in the first part of the paragraph. What was wrong?
2 sentences ago, it was all fine.
Sorry, Madrigal.
The ship carrying Arsinoe, Mirabella, and Billy, meanwhile, is sailing, and the captain threatens to turn around because they've been sailing all day with nothing to show for it. Suddenly, they see the mist and sail right into it at Mirabella and Arsinoe's instruction. It's eerily quiet and still inside the mist. No raging storms, just nothing. Not even a corpse to vomit up.
Come on.
When they break through, Arsinoe and Mirabella see the Blue Queen lifting the mist away. They jump into the water and swim, Mirabella's gift returned to her, and her current pulling them safely to shore.
I like in this scene that they're like, okay, pretend to swim. Because they're going to question why we're just magically going, and streaming toward the shore. You gotta
I
pretend
can
to
imagine
swim.
Mirabella's like properly doing a breaststroke, and Arsinoe's just doggy paddling.
Yes. Peter is in the temple library, trying and failing to find anything significant about spiritual possession or exorcism, when Luca approaches him. He decides to take a chance and ask the high priestess if she knows anything about possession, and she says no, because it so often ends in a merciful execution when it rarely occurs. But occasionally, low magic has helped. She then tells Peter that he should get some rest. As soon as Katerine wakes, she will want to question her new prisoner and decide what to do next.
Katrine prepares herself before going to question her prisoner and decides that she's on the right path now because the mist has not attacked or vomited anyone since she brought the oracle and questioned her. When everything is finished, she will banish the dead queens or set them to rest, and everything will be fine. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
Right after thinking that, Katrine looks down at her hand and sees that it is dead. But then she looks at it again. It's fine. It's all fine. Are the dead queens threatening her? They must be banished.
I don't know.
All power to you, love. All power to you.
Madrigal and her crow familiar are in the cells in the Volroy. Soon, Katerine, Luca, Bree, and Peter arrive. Katerine asks about Jules and the rebellion, but Madrigal only answers what she knows and what she has done, like binding the Legion curse with low magic, using her own blood when Jules was born. Katerine threatens to kill Madrigal, but if she does, will that unleash the full power of Jules's gifts? If Jules is even still alive? And if Jules is still alive, what makes Katerine think that her sisters are not also? Katerine leaves Madrigal and her crow in the cells and questions her council about what she should do next. The exterior council, not the interior council. They suggest a trade. They will lure Jules and keep her prisoner in exchange her life for her mother's.
Arsinoe, Mirabella, and Billy's easy swim, thanks to Mirabella's gift returning in full force, brings them to the shores near Sunpool and close to Mount Horn, where Daphne wanted Arsinoe to go. They think they will stop in the mostly deserted Sunpool for supplies and head up the mountain, but they run into an army in the definitely not empty Oracle City. They think the army is led by Katrine, but then they hear people talking about the Legion Queen. Jules?
Yes! Jules!
Yay!
Yay! Arsinoe waits by Sunpool's castle walls, hoping to get to Jules, while Mirabella and Billy gather their mountaineering supplies. Amelia gets to her first, thinking that she's returned for her crown. But no. No, thank you. I do not want to be queen. No. She and Mirabella and Billy have returned for a different reason. Amelia takes Arsinoe to see Jules, and Jules catches her up on everything that's happened and how she became the Legion Queen and their plans for what to do next. Later, Amelia brings Mirabella and Billy to Arsinoe. They talk about the mist, vomiting everyone up all the time, and what everyone across the island is saying about it vomiting people, and they decide that they have been brought back to stop it. They're having an intervention for the bulimia.
They've got like the letters written out and
They have.
seeing how their actions affect them and everything.
Yes.
And big sign that says intervention
Yes.
with balloons.
Yes. So what happens in an intervention? You have balloons?
I've never really had one, but that's what I imagine.
I like it. It's a party.
Yes.
It's a surprise party.
Well, it is. While Katrine talks with Bree about finding a naturalist to carry a message to Jules about trading herself for her mother, a peaceful way to end the war before it begins, Peter goes to the cells to talk to Madrigal about low magic. He wants to know how to use it to get rid of the dead queens, and Madrigal quickly understands that Katrine is possessed, making her also a Legion Queen. So she may be the one in the prophecy, not Jules. She tells Peter that they'll have to cast the dead queens out and back into the Brecken domain, or into rocks pulled from there and set in a circle. She warns that Katrine may die when the dead queens are taken from her, or more likely, she is already dead. Peter offers to release Madrigal when they trade her for Jules in exchange for her help. Back with Katrine, Bree and Elizabeth write the message for Elizabeth's bird to carry to Jules, and Peter suggests they tell her to meet them in the neutral grounds of Innsful Valley, which is, of course, where the Brecken domain is.
It's fine. It's convenient.
It's not a plan at all.
No, not at all. In Sunpool, Mirabella watches as Jules and Amelia train. When they take a break, Jules talks with her about Joseph and about them coming back when they shouldn't have. Jules angrily goes back to training while Mirabella walks up a hill to summon a small amount of wind. While she's up there, thinking herself very powerful, but not meant to be queen, and missing Bree and Elizabeth, Elizabeth's woodpecker flies right into her.
Billy and Arsinoe, meanwhile, are getting more supplies for their trek up the mountain when Amelia finds them. Amelia is upset with Arsinoe because she thinks that her return will mess things up for Jules, but Arsinoe insists that she does not want to be queen. She's going to say it until she's blue in the face and nobody's going to believe her.
She's the blue queen.
She is the blue queen. Neither of them likes the amount of sway the other has over Jules, and they both worry about her safety. When they get back to the castle, Mathilde rushes to tell them about the message they received. They don't know if they can trust Katrine to not just kill Madrigal and Jules, and so they plan to ambush her instead, using Arsinoe and Mirabella as distractions. Arsinoe agrees immediately, not giving Mirabella or Billy any say, which they do not appreciate, and I can perfectly understand that.
Yeah, and after they spent so much time with their communication and they're not wanting to talk about her when she's not there.
That's because Arsinoe is very unscholarly.
Yes. Roe has gathered an army of about 500, with 1,000 waiting elsewhere just in case, to go with Katarine to Innisful. Peter and Bree are going with her, and she's leaving Genevieve behind, which she resents. The dead queens keep showing Katarine visions of blood on the snowy grounds at Innisful, and she tries to quiet them. Madrigal is brought from the cells and put on a horse, but she tells them they're making a mistake. Jules doesn't even like her, so she won't trade herself. She won't even come, probably.
Arsinoe and Jules eat together the night before they set off for Innisful. Amelia has gathered a small group of warriors to go with them. Jules thanks Arsinoe for agreeing to go with her, but Arsinoe didn't even have to be asked. It's Mirabella and Billy she should be thanking. They discuss Arsinoe going up the mountain and what she'll find there, but she doesn't know. That night she dreams of the Blue Queen again, for the first time since arriving back on Fenburn. The mist surrounds all her friends, killing them. Womp womp. When it clears, the Queen is crouched on Arsinoe's chest. Even though she still can't speak, Arsinoe knows what she wants. Vomit up corpses.
Oh, right into her face? Because she's sitting on her chest.
Yeah.
Oh. Peter notices that the closer they get to Innisful and the Breccia domain, the more the dead queens control Katarine, though she is still sure that they will not have to fight with Jules and the warriors. She wants Peter to stay with her, but he can't, telling her, Ro will expect him to see to the army, is the lie that he makes up. He leaves Katarine's tent and runs right into Luca, who asks him if he resolved his possession research. But he says it was only a curiosity. As they walk together, Luca expresses that she does not think their trade will end peacefully, that the rebellion has come too far for that. Then they see that Elizabeth's bird has returned, and he seems agitated, but they don't know why.
Don't speak bird.
They don't.
Jules is preparing to lead her small group of warriors to ambush Katrine when Arsinoe tells her she's not going with her. She's got to go to the mountain. She hasn't been able to tell Jules everything about her dreams and the mist and the Blue Queen, but Jules understands even if she wishes they could go together. Mirabella is still riding with Jules and she will be enough. Billy tells Arsinoe that he's going with her, and then Jules suggests she call Braddock the bear to accompany her too. When she cuts into her hand, Arsinoe feels instant connection with him and knows he'll come to her. Billy has plotted a course for them to take up the mountain, and so they set off.
Peter sneaks away to the Breccia domain and gathers stones to use in Madrigal's low magic spell to release the dead queens from Katarine. She said he needed to create a circle of stones, but he could only gather so many. He goes to see her to learn what to do next with the few stones he has. She tells him to bleed into a rope and create a circle with it with the stones in the middle, get Katarine inside, and carve a rune into her. She cuts the same one into Peter's hand and sends him on his way. He doesn't want to have to cut Katarine, but Madrigal assures him he needs Queen's blood to make it work.
Jules and Madrigal wait while Amelia and Mathilde and a few other warriors scout ahead. They each know that Arsinoe will kill them if either of them gets hurt, so they plan not to. Jules is scared though. The warriors come back with word that there's not a good place for the ambush, so Jules will have to be bait. They direct Mirabella up a tree some ways away, hoping to not need her, but she'll be ready anyway.
Arsinoe and Billy are met by Braddock at the foot of the mountain, and Arsinoe rewards her bear with an entire day's worth of rations. He's a bear. He's got to eat a lot.
He will need to consume a high amount of calories.
Yeah. Billy is concerned that they won't be coming back down the mountain. But Arsinoe really has no idea. It might have all been a ploy to get them to return to the island, and Daphne might not be waiting for Arsinoe after all. Billy honestly hopes that. There's not a ghost up there. Together, they start to climb.
Jules and Amelia are ready for that ambush, and they send a hawk as a messenger to Katrine. Katrine and a few of her Queen's Guard plus Madrigal head toward them. Mirabella keeps watch from her tree. Then the mist arrives.
And then the screaming.
Do we have the screaming? Yes, we do. Katrine screams as everyone around her scatters, her soldiers being ripped apart, screaming. Mirabella tries to push the mist back as Katrine draws a knife, and Jules yells/screams that she's there to trade. Madrigal's crow is screaming and panicking as the mist swarms closer. Katrine flings her arms out to shoo the bird back, but instead she slashes Madrigal's throat.
Wah, wah.
Madrigal can't scream because her throat is slit.
Ugh.
Jules screams in anger, flinging everyone away in a giant war-gifted boom, while Mirabella keeps pushing the mist away. Katrine is thrown back and her horse lands on her leg, causing her to scream. Camden falls.
Causing all of us to scream.
Causing all of us to scream, yes. Mirabella makes it to Madrigal, who sputters out that she is full of dead and says stop her. Jules, just before she dies. What? Jules erupts again, screaming. And then Amelia knocks her out as Mirabella comes toward them. Peter gets to Katrine, who is shocked to see Mirabella there and alive. She tells Peter that the dead queens made her kill Madrigal.
Really, though? Really?
He thinks in his excuse.
You can't just keep blaming them for every murder. For every accidental murder that you do.
Don't blame the dead queens for every accidental murder. Don't keep blaming the dead queens for, not doing your daily chores. It's like when you're a kid and you've got an imaginary friend and you're like, oh no, they're the ones who made the mess.
Yeah.
Who drew all these naughty crayon drawings on the walls?
The dead queens. It was the dead queens.
The dead queens are full of mischief.
They are.
No, Katrine. It was you. You take responsibility. If you're the queen crowned, you take responsibility.
But is she the queen crowned, or is it all of the ones that are shoved up inside
forehead. Technically,
her forehead is their forehead.
Yes, but Luca, the words were said to her about Katrine.
Yeah.
Not the queens. They're still queen wannabes, really. They're just inside Katrine's body. Katrine is the queen crowned. She needs to take some freaking responsibility.
Oh, that's right. They're the inside council.
Exactly.
They're not queen.
Exactly. I mean, the Yas queens, but they're not queens.
Arsinoe and Billy make it to a cave near the top of the mountain that they hope will be enough for Daphne. Arsinoe falls into a dream where she sees Daphne pretending to be Ilian, trying to poison Brandon, but he realizes it's a ruse and nearly kills her with the poison she brought. Ilian and Henry show up in time to save Daphne, and this makes Brandon so angry that he swears to bring a war to Fennburn. So, the war that Ilian created the mist to protect Fennburn from was all Daphne's fault. Wah wah.
Whoops.
Daphne appears then as the Shadow Queen and peels away the smoky flesh until she looks more like herself. She tells Arsinoe that she wants to help her stop the mist.
I kind of imagined her standing there and just like grabbing her face, peeling it one layer at a time. Very dramatic, very cinematic.
I imagine it being really gross, and she's like, like this is
you
what
like
I had
a good sloughing though. You love sloughing.
I do.
Daphne shows Arsinoe what happened next after the war started. Ilian helped her train her elemental gift and they fought together, waging storms on the shore. But Ilian fell. When she died, she became the mist. Oh, she didn't create it. She is it. And Daphne tells Arsinoe that Mirabella will have to die to stop it. Aye. Arsinoe doesn't believe it. Ilian's reign lasted a long time. She birthed the triplets. No, that was Daphne with Henry at her side. No one knew about her or knew who she really was. She, also being an elemental, stepped right into it and took her sister's place. Arsinoe thinks this is all nonsense. Because she's very unscholarly and doesn't see the obvious truth.
Yeah. High Priestess Luca goes to see Katerine and Peter, who are guessing that because Mirabella is back, Arsinoe will be too. Luca tells Katerine she might be able to convince Mirabella to join them because deep down she will know Katerine is the rightful queen, not Jules. Katerine agrees to let Luca try, thinking with Mirabella by her side she won't need the dead queens anymore. She tells Peter as much, who says he might know how to get rid of them.
Luca follows Bree and Elizabeth as they rush to Mirabella, so happy their friend is alive and back home. Luca tries to convince Mirabella to join with Katrine, but she refuses to turn against Arsinoe, who will never turn her back on Jules.
Jules, meanwhile, is broken.
Oh.
Her brain is broken. She's screaming and she won't stop.
Yeah.
Amelia has her strapped down and has Camden leashed because they're both out of their minds with Magical Dead and the Legion Curse Unbound. Don't worry, everyone. Camden is alive. I know we all thought really bad things earlier, but she's alive. Arsinoe helps with her poisoner gift and makes a sedative for Jules, but she has to take some flying debris to the face to get it to her. Amelia tells everyone
then her screaming stops.
Amelia tells everyone that Jules is fine. You guys don't understand. She's in mourning right now.
Oh, right, okay.
That's why there's, tornadoes of debris and constant screaming.
Yeah, yes.
That's what mourning looks like, if you didn't know.
Okay. Right, sorry. Didn't realise.
You're not scholarly, so you don't know.
I'm not scholarly at all.
You don't know what mourning is.
I don't.
Mirabella doesn't know how they plan to go on. She tells Arsinoe that they can't possibly want to put that Jules on the throne.
I like the way it's that Jules.
She's crazy.
Like the other Jules.
She gets a message a short time later from Elizabeth Woodpucker. It is from both Bree and Elizabeth, saying that they are on Katarine's side and they welcome her should she ever want to join them. She does. Get me out of this tornado of debris.
Peter finally tries to use the Lord Magic spell that Magical taught him to exorcise the dead queens from Katrine. It doesn't go well. Because really, he doesn't do anything the correct way. Anything.
None of it.
I mean, to be fair, he's not got a good track record. The dead queens rise to the surface of Katrine's skin, turning it black and grey and mottled. And that's an aesthetic. That's a strong aesthetic. They grab Peter and press Katrine's mouth to his, filling him up with darkness until blood runs from his eyes, nose and ears. And he's bleeding too much to ever scream again.
That's what you get, you son of a bitch!
I mean, he was not scholarly either.
He was not scholarly.
Let's perform an exorcism when there's a shit ton, a literal legion of dead queens inside your girlfriend, but not really know what you're doing.
Yeah.
That's not sensible. That's completely unscholarly.
Yeah.
Dumb.
Let's remind everyone about our live episode coming up. Ready?
That's right.
Go. It's your
We
turn
have a
this
live
time.
episode. We have a live episode. Awooga. We have a live episode. It's on Monday, the 25th of May. That's like just over a week away at time of recording, and in only a couple of days at the time of this episode's release. We are joined by superfans.
Yay!
Let's give a cheer for them. And it's going to be at 10 a.m. Central USA. And it's going to be at 4 p.m. UK time on YouTube, which is Fictional Hangover.
Yeah.
Which is where it is on all the socials.
Yeah.
So head over there. We'll see you there.
Yeah.
An audio version will be released as normal on the Wednesday.
Right.
But why would you listen to the audio when you can come watch us and
I know.
join in the chat?
I know.
That makes sensible. That's just economical.
Yeah.
So do that. Join us.
Yeah.
And it's really special because it's episode 400.
400. What?
400.
What?
Because time is meaningless and a flat circle.
What?
Yeah.
All right.
Be there or scream until blood comes out of your eyes, nose and ears.
Yes.
Like Peter.
Yes. And then you start vomiting.
Yes.
And
Corpses.
yes. And then everyone else's screaming starts.
It would be extremely unscholarly of you not to join us.
Yeah. Those are all my favorite things about this book, by the way.
Well, that's the end of that discussion.
Yeah. Really, though? Katarine accidentally murdering everyone? Probably one of my favorites.
Oh, constant. Honestly, she's an accidental serial killer at this point.
Yeah.
Sorry, Your Honour. The dead queens inside me made me do it.
Yeah. Yeah, and he's like...
How very Amityville of you, dude.
Yes. So many things.
I did enjoy the Mist vomiting corpses all the time.
Yes.
That was fun.
I love the
good.
Mist. The Mist is probably my favorite character in this one.
It was, because it was doing that thing. It was literally like, you know what? I've been here the entire time, but you know what, bitches? I'm a full-blown character in and of myself.
Yeah.
Enjoy me.
Yeah.
And my corpse vomiting.
Yeah. This one is one that I've only read once before, and I forgot lots of good stuff about it. And I also forgot about them being on the mainland for so long, and it not being present day like the village like I always want it to be. And that it's, you know, in fact, like Victorian England. Which is also fine. They're like going to the horse races, going to tea parties. I wish it was present day though.
Yes, it was painful, wasn't it, at the mainland?
Yeah.
Like, everything about it. It's like, yeah, you know what? Take me back to Fenburn. Oh.
Yeah.
And I may have never been to Fenburn. Take me back to Fenburn.
Take me back there. I think Mirabella would have been fine. But Arsinoe and her not being so scholarly.
Yeah, but then Mirabella's been raised and accepts wearing dresses and things. She fits the persona of, you know, the stereotypical young lady.
Yeah.
And Arsinoe does not fit the stereotype of being a young lady.
No.
She's too free-spirited and unscholarly.
Yeah.
And we love that about her.
We do. We love it so much.
I love the fact that Arsinoe is stubborn as all heck and loyal to a fault.
Yes.
But she also lacks that integral communication that Mirabella and Billy had.
Yeah. Yeah. I absolutely love how cinematic Ilian and Daphne and the Dark Shadow Queen. I love all of that.
Yes.
I love being haunted by a creepy, pointing figure who also is sometimes just sitting on your chest and vomiting into your face.
Are you talking real life or in book?
Real life or book, Amanda? Real life or book?
Life or book. Yes, I very much enjoyed it. I really enjoyed all of the Ilian Daphne dreams and ghost visitations.
Mm-hmm.
It was very creepy.
Yes.
But in a delightful fashion.
Yes. Yes. Something else that I also really like is that the prophecy kind of sounds more like it's referring to Katarine.
Yeah.
Especially when she's like, ha ha ha, they call her a Legion Queen. Look at all these queens I got in here. I got my own council.
You what legion? She's got two. She's got two powers.
I've got a literal legion.
Got literally
Countless.
all the queens. At least 2 to 3 every generation.
Yeah. All of them.
It's like
Shoved up in
Jules
there.
is lightweight legion. She's
Yes.
diet
Legion
version
light.
of being a legion.
Yes.
She's Legion Light. Yes.
Yes. Yeah. But I like that. I like that. I mean, it's a prophecy, so you never really know how to read it until it comes to pass. And then you're like, oh, that's exactly what it said, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
That's it. Prophecies never make sense until the end.
Yes.
And they are the original cryptic message.
Yes. So are we talking about Jules? Are we talking about Katarine? I will also just go out on a limb here and say that Arsinoe could also be considered a Legion Queen
Yes.
in a way. One, she's known to have, in quotes, 2 gifts, because everyone knows her as a naturalist, but she's actually a poisoner. She also has low magic, and she's also Daphne/Ilian at the same time on the inside.
Yes, exactly. I mean, the fact that she's got Braddock the bear, toddling around with her.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's not the traditional naturalist companion relationship that they've got, but as soon as she, cut her hand and she was like, Braddock, and he was like, yeah, I'm on my way.
Yeah. They're all Legion cursed. All of them.
Yeah.
Except for Mirabella.
Well,
I know.
I do not like Madrigal. End of sentence.
I was about to say, and?
New
What?
sentence. And I do not like Billy's mom. End of sentence. Question. Why are the moms always so horrible in this?
I don't know.
Is there any nice moms? It's like the queens. Pop the babies out. Bye-bye. I've had my holiday now.
Yeah.
So they're no good. And even the mom substitutes for the queens are all jerks, really, because they're all out for their own... to
Yeah.
get their own means.
I would say if anyone is a good mom, it's the one who physically cannot be, and it's Kara. Kara's a good mom.
That's because she's a good aunt.
Yeah. Yeah. Gosh, I feel like I want to ask you a question about something that I thought of while we were doing the summary, and I didn't want to shout about it. I wanted to save it. Do you think that when Madrigal is teaching Peter about breaking or exercising the queens, do you think that she actually just unleashed the curse?
Yeah. She was not teaching him how to exercise nothing.
I like that she's
Why
like...
would you? Why would you? You know for a fact, in that situation, you are going to be screwed.
Yeah.
There is no way. There's no way you are going to survive this, realistically.
Yeah.
And you've got the Queen's boyfriend being like, yeah, so how do I exercise demons? And you're like, right, so the Queen's filled with the dead. Right, okay, well, what you need is to get yourself down to little Tesco's, and you need to get all this stuff and a meal deal and some rocks, and you've done that imperfectly.
I love that. He's like,
we're the stereotype.
This is all I could carry. And she's like, yeah, that's fine. That's exactly the right number that you need. Shrug, go grab a rope. It's all good.
She was either giving him half-truths in how to do it, so shit's going to hit the wall, or unleashing. I really think that she was
unbinding the curse. I really think that she was.
If it's going to go either way, it's definitely going to be the unbinding of the curse. But I think some of it is... I think, like, say the rocks. And messing around with the rocks. That's magical messing around with Peter, but also potentially half truths into how to undo how to do the exorcism.
I do appreciate.
Like, why would Magical even freaking know about an exorcism? How often does she do an exorcism, especially of dead queens from the Breca domain? I mean, come on.
I just imagine her being like, yeah, okay, how am I gonna fuck with this guy? Oh yeah, I'm gonna get him to go back into the domain, which everyone knows that he really, really wants to do, and then have him carry up a whole, like, just drag around a bag of rocks.
He had, I'll tell you right now,
punished?
A pocket full of stones. I don't think any rocks were in there. He'll have had one rock. He's picked one rock up and gone, this is bloody heavy, and the rest are just some stones and some dust, which is kind of liberally... Because he's done... It isn't even a half-assed job. He is being a complete stereotype.
Yeah. It's like... It's not even a quarter ass.
No?
Eighth of an ass.
Lazy.
Yeah.
So, dude, you did this. You're the one who pushed her down there in the first place.
Yeah.
I do like the way that he got his ending, though. Mwah. Chef's kiss. Beautiful. And the aesthetic Katrine is now rocking.
Yes.
Goth queen.
Yeah. Love her.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah. That's really good.
I enjoyed Bree's skepticism and sarcasm at every turn in this.
Yes.
She's like, Katrine, really? Do you have any friends? Are you a Billy No Mates? And she's like, yeah. Will you be my friend?
Yeah.
And Bree's like, no. I enjoyed that.
I think probably what surprised me the most, though, is that Bree actually did end up supporting Katarine, and then Mirabella went off to join them at the end.
Yeah. I feel like there's something missing in our understanding of their actions.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because on the outside, Katrine's been without knowing that she is Legion of Undead Queens.
Right.
On the outside, she's been very murderous.
Yeah.
She's basically being a serial killer.
Right, and they're like, yeah,
That's
all right,
fine.
yeah.
I can dig it.
At least Bree was a little upset when she stabbed the child in the neck and then picked him up above her head.
So dramatic.
How dare you do that? And then she goes and sexily dances with Peter.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of manoeuvring and other things going on that we need the next book to answer those questions.
Yeah. Yes, we do. Is there anything else we need to discuss?
No, I think we mentioned pretty much everything that we need to highlight.
Yeah.
I think we need the next one.
Yeah.
And then, yeah,
and then we need to talk to Kendare about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excited. Spoiler alert, everyone. She's joining us for the next episode. Yeah. Okay. Favorite final thought quote?
I'll give you a couple.
Okay.
When people are afraid, they grasp onto the easiest answer.
That is disgustingly true.
Yeah. And goddess bless the girl who invented trousers.
Oh.
Me up.
Oh.
Go on then. You give us a couple, at least.
All right. Our destiny was to be dead, so who knows what lies ahead for us now? Your journey begins. I do not see where it ends, only that it does. Don't worry, it ends. Deal with it. I also appreciate a queen once crowned is crowned forever.
Ooh.
I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Pew, 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 pew. Pew, 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 pew. Ah!
Screaming. We asked on socials, would you rather leave the island and be safe, but lose your powers, or stay with your powers, but everyone wants you dead? It was quite an even split, really, especially on the Facebook. It was 50-50. But the book club leaned towards the powers with 71%. And on Instagram, they wanted to stay safe with 67%. So they were leaving the island.
Oh,
we have some comments. Fiona said, many people may already want me dead, so let's face it, head on.
Annie says, I love safe and boring.
Coral Reef Books said, oh, right, now I want to live a boring, safe life out in nowhere land. Call me a hermit and leave me alone. All Coral needs is her books.
Yes. Yes. Just leave me alone. I love that one. Yes. Bree Tart says, I'd rather live a dull life, traveling everywhere and eating everything and having all kinds of adventures everywhere except Fenburn, because magical powers aren't worth much if you're dead. Reasonable. Unless you are an undead queen.
Yes. And lastly, Trina Reed said, while part of me is thinking, ooh, magical powers, the bigger part of me knows I just want to be left alone with my books. I'm nearly 42. I actively try and live a quiet, stress-free life, which includes avoid being targeted by murderous queens. She raises excellent points.
I like that she includes avoiding being targeted by murderous queens in her actual life goals.
Yes, yes. IRL, avoid murderous queens.
Yeah.
Yes.
What are you going to do?
I like being boring and having a quiet life. I think the powers might be fun, but I'm kind of with Brie and we'll travel and go on adventures without the powers.
Yeah. I
like that. I like or conversely, the flip of the coin is just leave me to hermit with my books.
Yes.
So, I'll go out for my adventures, but then I'm going to come home to my books and live.
Yeah. I also like that. And you know what? I'm going to Lord and Master here. Arsenoid can still do low magic. So you still got something.
You do. You do.
I'm gonna not go back to my hometown. I'm gonna stay and explore and do my own little magics.
Do you know what though, right? Low magic is like book learned magic. That's been quote unquote wizard.
But this whole time we've been saying she's not scholarly.
I know, which is the nerdy way of learning magic. In D&D, if somebody's a wizard, they are a nerd. Because they've got to learn magic through books.
That's how I learn everything else.
Exactly. But Arsenoid is so unscholarly.
She's got
maybe it's more naturally.
She's got
she's naturally tuned to that.
Yes. She's learned some naturalist ways.
Yes.
I think she just... I think actually also that in the scene at the end where she's trying to help Jules and she goes to make a potion or whatever to calm her down and she's using the healer sign of the poison gift, I also think she's using naturalist gifts.
Yes,
just what she's learned. Because she knows what to get without really knowing.
It's instinctive. Exactly. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. So she's for sure Legion cursed as well, because they all are. Everybody's Legion cursed.
Everybody. You're Legion cursed. You're Legion cursed.
Yeah.
Look underneath your chair. What's that? Legion cursed.
Legion curse. You know what
and
that
then
leads?
The screaming starts.
I was going to say that leads really nicely into our next question, but then you started talking about screaming.
Which leads nicely to the next question.
Everyone is a Legion queen! You're a Legion cursed, and you're a Legion cursed.
You're Legion
You're a
cursed.
Legion cursed. Which 2 powers would you rather have if you were Legion cursed? Naturalist, Elemental, Poisoner, War, Oracle.
Not Oracle. Elemental, definitely. I think it's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Naturalist and Elemental, very similar. I think they could work very well together.
Yeah.
I think they would complement each other nicely. And I feel like I could get up to a lot of mischief with them. And I'd be like, but it was the plants that did it. Yeah. Also, I would want to clean up the oceans
Yeah.
of all the plastics.
Yeah.
And I could do that with those powers.
Yeah. What would your
And I would have a giant tortoise.
I was going to ask you what you would choose.
Either a pangolin or a giant tortoise.
Yeah.
Or both.
Well, you're Legion cursed, so you might as well have a handful of animal pals.
Yes. What you don't realise is, because I'm also Lord and Master of my own, there is some slight poisoner in there as well.
Okay.
Just like.
Well, I
and
mean,
because, there's the murderous side,
yeah.
we'll slip in some war.
Yeah.
And I can see what's happening. So obviously I'm Oracle as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I think I always really like the poisoners. And so I think that I'm going to pair Poisoner. I think I'm going to pair Poisoner with Oracle.
Ooh.
I know. Because you can see ahead to who and how you should poison people. And also, maybe throw in some war as well. Because I feel like the war gifted... I feel like war kind of actually pairs well with Oracle. Because they already have really good strategy.
Yes. They kind of give you insight into the best strategy for victory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's funny, because I went the opposite of what you did. Like, completely the opposite. Until you started gathering everything together at the end.
Well, of course. But that means we'll just be Legion cursed queens together.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And we'll complement each other.
Yeah. It'll be fine.
And be like...
Yeah.
Strong aesthetics.
Yeah, I like it.
Okay. Would you rather go to the welcome banquet for the new members of the Black Council, or go to a secret underground pub and hear a bard sing?
I'm gonna go to the pub. I don't really give a... I don't care about the bard, really. But I'd rather go to a pub than, like, a full-on party.
I want to go to a pub where there's some banging tunes. If I go to, I went to an Irish pub once. That was really cool. And they just had local bands playing.
Yeah.
And you could just sit and have a nice meal, had some pints. And it was just a relaxing evening.
Yeah.
With good music. Good music, good company, and good food.
For some reason, having a bard, instead of it being, like a cool local grunge band, it was instead like a bad poet. I don't want to go to that. That's how I envisioned it. I don't want to go to a bad poetry slam.
No, I'm not going to a bad poetry slam.
Yeah.
I get the impression that Peter goes to poetry slams.
He
and he's
probably
the
does.
poet. That everybody's like, oh no, it's him again.
Yeah. Oh, he's so full of himself. He thinks he's so good. He thinks he's so deep. Ugh.
Yes. But he's just terrible. And his iambic pentameter is just... It's iambic. And that's it. Oh, well, he's got blood coming out of his eyes, ears and nose now.
Yeah.
Womp womp.
Yeah. All right, next question. You are Katarine.
Oh no!
Would you rather accidentally murder your king consort, a boy charging you with a club, or Madrigal as the mist is vomiting?
Magical as the mist is vomiting for the drama. But then, the boy charging you with the club, that was dramatic as well.
It was.
That was purely cool. No, I'm going to go with Madrigal. I didn't like Madrigal. She was a terrible mom.
She was not very good.
She was horrible. She was horrible to her sister. She was horrible to a kid. She was just...
She's not good.
The only thing that might be a redeeming feature is that she was leading Peter to do silly things with low magic.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Yeah, low magic is the only thing she's got going for her.
And not anymore.
Not anymore. Wah, wah.
Yeah, I'm going to go with Magical, but my second choice would be the boy.
I'm going to go with the boy because Madrigal's crow was also flying around and I don't want to accidentally hurt the crow.
No.
So I'm going to kill the boy. And I know that, you know, accidentally...
Child murdering?
No. Caustic cunting your king consort. I just don't want to be involved with him in any way.
Yeah.
And if I have to caustically cunt him, like, I don't want to do that. So I'm going to go for the boy.
I would caustically cunt Peter.
Can't.
No.
He likes it.
It's true.
I'm going to go with the boy. Sorry,
yes.
kid.
Let's go with the child murder.
Let's choose child murder.
Choosing child murder. Cinematic child murder.
Cinematic child murder.
It's the kind where as you're holding him up by the throat and he's bleeding out and he's dribbling, like the camera would do like an almost 360 spin around.
Yeah, it would.
Nice
for
close
sure.
up on his eyes as the light comes down.
As he's...
Yeah. Yes. And then flump to the floor.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that.
It's got to be like, I'm saying like Game of Thrones style, visually explicit.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Last question?
Last question. We've talked a lot about aesthetics. So would you rather be called the Legion Queen, the Undead Queen, the Cursed Queen, the Shadow Queen, or the Dark Queen? And what's your aesthetic that goes with them?
Oh, gosh, they're all such good names. Ooh. I really feel like I either really love the Undead Queen or the Dark Queen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm Undead or Shadow.
Yeah.
I, with the Shadow, it's like funeral black.
Yes. Wispy veil.
Wispy veils. I'm not going to be covered all the time with it though, but it's going to be extra long. It's going to be. I need highly detailing.
Yes.
But that also works nicely with the Undead Queen because the detailing will be in silver and there'll be lots of like little skulls and stuff. And bones that you can't, and lots of red in there as well for blood.
Ooh, yeah, I like
But you
that.
can't. You've got to look closely to be able to see. Unless you're close, you can't see it. And if you're close,
You did.
accidental murder. You did. Yeah. So I don't know which one of those I'm going to go for, but the aesthetic's very similar.
See,
Whereas the Shadow Queen, though, is probably a lot more flowy black.
Yes. Wafty.
Oh, I mean, I'm going to
So
waft
much
with
wafting.
either of them.
Yeah.
So much wafting. That comes with the territory.
Yeah.
Pleasurably with the territory. But yes, lots of wafting with the Shadow Queen.
See, I imagine the undead queen just looking grotesque. Just lean full into the zombie aesthetic. Not beautiful.
Black tipped fingers.
Yeah, you gotta have the witchy black fingers.
Yes.
You gotta have some scary fucking teeth.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Lots of weird modeling. You know. Like when the queens came to the surface of Katarine and like all of her flesh kind of melted off.
You know that, like, when you get the white makeup but it cracks, like it's dry earth.
Yeah.
That kind of almost stone aesthetic.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's what I want. If you will remember back 400 years ago when this was discussed on the show before, and that last time when I did 5 Dark Fates by myself and then I dressed up as all the queens at the end, like, that was a fun time. And I really liked, as much as I liked making Arsinoe's scars, because that was fun, I really liked being Katarine. And then throwing in that extra Romertra there at the end, but we can't get ahead of ourselves. That's for next time. But I really, because like, it was, I don't know, it was just, it was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe we'll do it again.
Oh.
Maybe. Okay, if you liked this, try this. Do you have any suggestions?
I found this one on the internet somewhere. I forgot where. It's on one of the lists where, if you like this, try this.
Sure.
Because I racked my brains and everything I was thinking of, I was like, we've already recommended.
Yeah.
And it's called We Rule the Night by Claire Eliza Bartlett, and this was her debut novel. So somebody from Goodreads. 17-year-old Revna is a factory worker manufacturing war machines for the Union of the North. When she's caught using illegal magic, she fears being branded a traitor and imprisoned. Meanwhile, on the front lines, Linnea defied her father, a Union general, and disguised herself as a boy to join the army. They're both offered a reprieve from punishment if they use their magic as a special women's military fight unit and undertake terrifying, deadly missions under cover of darkness. Revna and Linnea can hardly stand to be in the same cockpit, but if they can't fly together, and if they can't find a way to fly well, the enemy's superior firepower will destroy them if they don't destroy each other first. We Rule the Night is a powerful story about sacrifice, complicated friendships, and survival despite just possible odds. Now, it is, like, a different time setting, but there's just these little themes that seem very similar, which I quite enjoyed.
Yeah.
So it's different, and it reminded me of thinking, we're going through thinking that the mainland's a little bit like the village.
Yes.
So that's why I was kind of okay.
I like it. Yeah.
What have you got?
I am going to suggest His Face is the Sun by Michelle Jabes Corpora. Princess, priestess, rebel, thief. Tensions run as hot as the Kamzan winds in the great kingdom of Katara. Rumors of the pharaoh's mysterious illness abound, and with them murmurs of the rebellion grow. Meanwhile, in the quiet desert, a forgotten oracle begins to unfold, setting a dark prophecy into action and drawing together 4 strangers. Princess Sita lives in the abundance of the palace, and in a moment of passion, she unmasks a betrayal that will put her life and the entire royal court in grave danger. A priestess in training, Neff, strives to understand her intense visions from the gods, except theirs is not the only magic at play in the Grand Temple. As a farmer's daughter, Ray knows how much the Pharaoh's men have taken from her land, her people. Still, who will step forward to confront the king? Kareem was raised among the pyramids of the Red Lands and survives on the wealth of the dead as a tomb robber. But amid the spoils, an ancient evil awakens. Bloodshed is coming. Only together do these 4 have the potential to save the kingdom from destruction. But when the dust has settled, who will sit on the throne of Katara?
Ooh, that sounds interesting.
Yes. Yay for using library resources.
Yay!
Yes.
Okay, what do we have for New and Indie Spotlight?
So the New and Indie Spotlight that I'm sharing this time, I felt that it kind of fit in really well, even though we normally try to share one that is coming out in the future. This one actually just came out on May 5th, but it really felt like it belonged here.
It fits the new area of new and indie.
It's still very new. It's still currently May, like it came out last week. So this one is called Stormbreaker by Nisha J. Tooley. For 19-year-old Poet Graves, New Manhattan has always promised safety, if she obeys. Raised within the ruling houses and betrothed to a powerful heir, she enters Amory Academy knowing her future has already been decided. But Amory is nothing like she imagined. Its trials are brutal, its loyalties conditional, and its rules designed to expose weakness. As Poet struggles to survive, she must hide the truth that could get her executed. The storms don't fear her, they answer back. When a dangerous outsider from beyond the city walls enters the academy, Poet is drawn to him despite everything she's been taught to believe. He threatens the life she's been promised, and choosing him could cost her not just her future, but her freedom.
Ooh, interesting.
So I really got some Mist vibes from this. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yep, I like it. I like it because the Mist was as much as a character as anybody else.
Yeah, exactly.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Okay. That brings us to the end of this episode of Fictional Hangover. I'm Amanda.
And I'm Claire.
Join us next time for our 400th episode live on YouTube, Monday, May 25th at 10 a.m. Central Time, 4 p.m. GMT. Look out for our Would You Rather polls and monthly challenges on social media. Don't forget about our book club on Discord. Be sure to visit our shop on Redbubble at fictionalhangover.redbubble.com for all your favorite Fictional Hangover-themed merchandise, and become a patron of ours on Patreon at patreon.com/fictionalhangover. Until next time, remember, the only cure for a fictional hangover is another book.
You can find us at fictionalhangover.com and follow us on all social media at Fictional Hangover. If you like this episode, check out our others and be sure to rate, review and subscribe so you don't miss out. Thanks for listening.